Johanne Defay taking on Lakey Peterson and rookie Sawyer Lindblad. So a lot of representation from USA this year. 5 surfers on the top 17 full-time. And Johanne Defay, the one surfer representing France.
You've got to surf 4 times today. If you're going to be, making the final, you're going to have to really be on your ball. So I elected not to free surf and just, won the final. Shane said he was cramping when he was running out for the final. I went, yeah, he is. And I was psyched.
Really strong forehand carve as we break down Johanne's first wave here. So sort of got a little bauble there, carves through that face, sort of more of a setup turn, looking to really open up on this section here. Almost runs over, it looked like a photographer. So sort of this first manoeuvre here, this is the one I was talking about, sort of just a bit more of a setup manoeuvre. She can sort of see that it's going to get a bit steeper down the line, and she really wants to probably put a lot of that energy onto this turn here. Sort of seemed like to me that you're only going to get one really good moment on these waves out here today. It's really tricky to read. As good as it looks and as good as the conditions look, when I was off in my break, I was sort of just taking it all in, and I think it's a lot harder than what it actually seems like when you're watching on the webcast. So physically strong. So this one here is a bit of a smaller wave, but kind of just saying, speaking to what you were saying, Jake, just sort of keeping busy and a bit of a wave catching contest. I really liked how she was able to lay really into that first turn. I feel like technically it's probably the best turn we've seen from her so far. I just think this wave height's probably going to let her down a bit. But yeah, really speaking to what you were saying, just keeping busy.
Learn a lot to pass on to the surfers that he's coaching as we look at Lakey Peterson really connect well before that wave shuts down, Snake.
Yeah, that was a nice turn. I mean, that's what I reckon the girls got to do. Even if it's one big turn like that, I think that's going to be the best score of the heat. So right now, when a wave like this comes, you kind of know you're going to get one nice turn at least.
How'd you like this one, Flick?
For sure, I loved it. I think I've just got to agree with what Snake said. It just one big, beautiful turn. It was really well timed, and this wave actually had a lot of steepness to it, which meant she was able to go for a manoeuvre like that. And yeah, it was great surfing by Lakey. She's actually got a chance to speak to Brit right now. She's on a 6'2" CI Pro, and she actually is really loving a 6'4" at the moment. She was obsessed with it, and we were actually talking and joking.
Yeah, but when I hang out with you, Snake, it's like you come off as someone who's comfortable in their own skin. You doesn't seem like there's a lot of self-doubt creeping in there. As we'll get back to this, we've got Lakey with a super clean arc. That release out of that turn was really easy to watch. 4-2-3 was the single maneuver on her opening ride. Walk us through this one, Snake.
I don't know why Sawyer's not on this wave. I mean, geez, she had first priority, and it looked pretty buttery to me, like two big turns. This is going to be the best wave of the heat by far. So, I don't know, a little mistake there from Sawyer. I mean, she was right there. She had a good look at it. Maybe she saw something out the back, but I don't know, on your backhand flick, do you reckon?
Oh, yeah, I reckon. Especially on a wave that has that steepness, you're going to be able to get so critical. And sort of the backhand's the point of difference in this heat, right? Like Sawyer's looking, she didn't even really look, actually. She just kind of let Johanne go. But, I mean, this was a great score for Johanne. She really laid the board on rail. It was critical. But on your backhand, I feel like on these sections, you're going to be able to get more tighter in the pocket and really hook it. Whereas on your forehand, you're sort of forced to go a little bit more out on the face. And Johanne's still going to get a great score.
Sawyer Lindblad now making a move here. Nice stylish bottom turn, just a little tap there, trying to go a little higher as the 2 sections collide, almost making it impossible to ride away. As we're still with Snake, Flick also just representing hard for WA right now as we go right into this one with Lakey Peterson. That clean first turn has been really reliable in this heat, and a cool looking down carve version of it as she's looking for her lead back.
Well-timed turns here as we have break it down. Nice little fade back, beautiful clean face there, really hooks it in the pocket and gives a bit of variety here, just jamming that layback. There were just 2 really beautiful time turns, and she liked to do that 6'2" CI Pro looking really good under her feet.
Eating up every second of it, and look at this, Sawyer finally found herself a good looking wave. Let's go.
Sawyer, big hack there, nice connection. Love that cool style that she brings from San Clemente. Back to the lip again and crushes it. Remember that gem of a wave she got at backdoor. She can provide really cool moments even on waves she doesn't have a ton of experience on.
It was this wave, this is going to put her back in the heat for sure. I mean, it was pretty nicely surfed. A little snap there. Flick on your backhand, what do you reckon?
Well, I think she did something really smart here and just waited for this second section, because there's been a few girls this morning sort of try and go up and hit it a bit early, and yeah, it kind of just looks like that wave hasn't been properly finished.
The whole tour on it.
So true.
You know, the mindset's got to be better than just being eggy the whole time. Here's Johanne.
Rolling in and
Ooh.
throwing a section away. Those sections are pretty hard to read at times. It kind of breathed and had some backwash when she got to the lip. Knocked out early, so an important result for Lakey here at the Hurley Pro Sunset Beach, as she will move on with Johanne Defay. Sawyer in the elimination round.